Okay, so in this lecture what I'm going to be looking at is volume profiles and starting to take a quick look into using volume within the market, okay? And this is, you're starting to get into order flow a bit more now, which, is taking it up a level in terms of complexity. And I do go more into this in my server, and I will be teaching it more in the future. However, for now, what I will show you is just the fixed range volume profile. A quick disclaimer before I get into this one, you are going to have to be paying for the premium version of TradingView. I'm not sure how much that is. I believe it's around maybe $15, $20 a month. But you will need at least, the first upgraded package to access these volume tools. But I do think they can be very helpful. And, I do think TradingView Premium in general is very helpful. Getting rid of the ads, you can have multiple charts. Definitely is a great assist. And if you are looking to take it seriously, I would advise picking up a subscription. Okay, so to get the fixed range volume profile, what you're going to do is come to your indicators and search fixed. And it should be the first one you see here, and it's got a P next to it indicating that this is one of the premium indicators. But I'm going to quickly show you how to draw it up. Okay. So when you click on that, it's going to bring up the tool. You can't see anything on the screen yet. But what you're going to do is when you have a clear range in price, okay, what you're going to do is take it. It's not too important where you start this. You could say, okay, well, our range is something like this. Okay. So range looks something like this. What we might want to do is draw the range from the bottom over there to over here, okay? And there's your fixed range volume profile right there. And when you're drawing this, it doesn't matter where exactly you draw it. You just kind of have to place it from one area. It doesn't matter if you do it up here, down here. It's just covering the volume that transacts in this entire range, okay? So you click it, you basically drag it from one side to the other, and there you have it, okay? So this is the volume profile for the current range of price that we're in, this kind of consolidation. We can see that we don't have a clear trend. We make a higher high, we make a lower low, come back into consolidation. So we have a bit of a consolidation range. We want to assess where the volume is trading in this and see if we can find some confluence to take some trades. And this range in particular was very, very useful with this volume profile. And I'll show you what I mean by that. There was many points of confluence which we were able to take advantage of for trades, okay? Before I go any further, I'll show you my settings for this because this is not what yours is going to look like when you pull it up. So here's the style settings if you want to quickly pause it and change yours. And then here's the inputs if you want to change that as well, okay? So first thing what I'm going to go over is this area which is coloured slightly differently. It's called a bit brighter. And this is what's known as the value area. And as you can see, this is just the area in the range where most volume has transacted, or specifically where 70% of the volume in this range has transacted, and that is what is known as the value area, okay? Some people use 68%, some people use 70%. Of course, getting that finicky with it is not going to be that important. What is important is that we can identify the value area, and this basically shows what price is indicating fair value to be within this range, okay? So, to the upside, this is expensive. To the downside, this is cheap. And in this pocket here, which is lined up with these two blue lines, which identify your value area high, value area low, this is where your fair value is for this range. And this white line, which is going through here, this is the point in the range where the single point where the most value was transacted. And this is what we call the point of control. Okay, so what I've done for you there is just marked up the value area high, the value area low, and the point of control. And this is kind of the nomenclature that you're going to see. You'll see me using this a lot, and it's definitely something I often mark up on the charts when I am using my volume profiles. Okay, so getting into this, as we can see, the value area high acted as clear resistance throughout this range, and my short signal here, which I took with my group, was when we dropped this point of control, okay, which we were attempting to hold for support. You can see we were coiling in here, dropping this point of control over here, along with some other factors. This was a clear support level. I could see signs that the trend was getting exhausted, that buyers were getting exhausted over here. This was a sign to me for looking for some short exposure. And if I let this play out a little bit, we can see that shortly after we completely fell out of this range and was a fantastic, you know, fantastic little short entry and a good opportunity to make some money in the market with that. Okay, so all you're looking for here is basically you're watching to see where price is respecting the value area high, the value area low, and the point of control, and you can basically use these as support and resistance levels that, you know, most participants aren't really paying that much attention to, and these can often work very, very well. Okay, you are going to, you know, sometimes get chopped up on these, and you do want to be, you know, looking at these on a higher time frame, I would say, and, you know, being more liberal with your stop losses. Okay, so you don't want to be using tight stop losses when you're trading volume profile, because you're not using extremely accurate technical indicators, but it can give you a very good indication of, you know, we're struggling to basically make a decision over here if price wants to move higher above the value area high, and we can see we're coiling up between the point of control and the value area high. We drop out, we reclaim it. Okay, so we're trying again over here, and, you know, dropping out there, we can see that the trend is definitely starting to get exhausted and, you know, offered a great little short opportunity. Okay, what I will say is this this volume profile doesn't always work super well on, you know, consolidation periods. As we can see over here, you know, it still does give us an indication as to, you know, where we are overbought over here and we're oversold under here. But as we can see with this one, we don't get as clear of a picture of, you know, using these, you know, point of control, value area high, value area low as clear, you know, support and resistance levels. They don't really give us that clear of an indication. So my advice with that is just don't force it. Okay, with all of these indicators, what you want to be doing is waiting for the market to give you a sign that the market is, you know, abiding by the indicator that you're looking at. It's the same with the, you know, exponential moving averages. You don't want to be using them for no reasons. You want to be able to see in historical data that the market has been respecting the moving average you're using, the volume profile you're using. You know, that if the RSI, the time frame of the RSI you're using, if the price is paying attention to that, it's something that you can look to take advantage of. And as always, as I always say, with other indicators. Okay, so yeah, you know, don't be slapping this on every, you know, low time frame range. You are going to see diminishing returns with the results of this. But every now and again, you know, if you see a trend, just throw the fixed range volume profile on, see if you can, you know, get some good confluence, and it will give you some good pivot levels to play around with your trading. Okay.